I just think it's a sign from the administration they're not taking it seriously. It's not a priority. Really offensive to the victims here. And we owe it to the victims to catch these terrorists, bring them to justice.
That was Republican Congressman Mike McCall of Texas, chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, upset about the fact that terrorists responsible for the deadly attack on our consulate in Benghazi are still at large. He is leading an effort to find out why those suspects are missing from a State Department program that offers rewards for information on terrorists. 4 Americans died in the Benghazi attack more than a year ago, including our ambassador, Chris Stevens. Our next guest also sits on the House Homeland Security Committee. Joining us now is New York Congressman Peter King. Congressman, great to see you.
Thank you, Allison.
So the State Department in 1984 set up this program called the Rewards for Justice program, and it is to garner tips to help find terrorists. Ramzi Youssef, who was convicted in the first World Trade Center bombing, was found using the Rewards for Justice program. It works. Why wouldn't the suspects for Benghazi be a part of this program?
Allison, I agree completely with Chairman Mike McCall. I don't see any logical answer to this at all. To me, this should have been done, and it's really part of a whole pattern we've seen here since September 11th, 2012, where the administration has never been forthcoming. They gave phony reasons why the attack was held in the first place. They claimed it was about the video. They claimed it was a spontaneous demonstration, not a terrorist attack. We still don't know where the president was that night. We have no idea what he did the day before when they were having meetings about security. So there's so many unanswered questions. This is just another one, which to me shows almost a lack of enthusiasm on the part of the administration. And that's a very harsh charge to make, but I see no other answer to this.
It really does. It's mystifying. This Rewards for Justice program has spent $125 million. And again, it works. It has drummed up tips from 80 people, and it has captured scores of terrorists. So the idea that they're not using this, it just makes you think that, as Congressman McCall said, they're not taking it seriously, or they don't want to find the suspects.
Yeah, there's some reason that they're slow walking this, and there's been a lack of energy and enthusiasm ever since the attacks of September 11th, 2012. This has been consistent, with administration policy, and there's not a nickel that's going to be spent here unless someone turns into terrorists. So it's not a question of wasting money. The only way that even $1 is spent, is if the person tips his office who the terrorist is. So this is money well spent, and it has worked in the past. You're right, it worked with Ramzi Youssef, and the fact is it's the type of thing that it should be done almost automatically in a case of this magnitude. And we, first of all, we failed in our obligation to those 4 men who were killed at Benghazi. We did not carry out what we had to do for them. The very least we can do now for their memory and for their families is to do all we can to apprehend those who murder them. And right now, there's really been, I think, a distinct lack of effort.
Congressman, the fact that it's been a year and that we have not arrested or prosecuted any suspect, even though we even have names and we have some photographs of people there that night, it does defy logic. Congressman Peter King, let us know what you find out as you get more on this story. Thanks so much for being